Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be taking a detailed look at some of the new Avatar sets. And we're going to start with this one here, which is Neytiri and Thanator versus the AMP suit Torak. So I actually quite enjoyed building all of these Avatar sets. I actually did it all in one sitting, believe it or not. This one is, I think, the smallest of the four that we're having a look at today. It comes with the AMP suit here, which is like a military style. It's in that sand green color. Whole bunch of different points of articulation, and you can see it actually comes with two weapons. So it's got this sort of like chainsaw mechanism on the left there in yellow, and then it's got a large sheath on the right side there. So this windscreen will just go over top of the cockpit there, where you can fit Colonel Torak inside. Really cool minifigure with that camo print detailing. Didn't think we'd ever get anything like that in Lego. And you can see there's actually some details inside there as well. And it's just a snug fit, just like these AMP suits were in the movie. There's some nice sticker detailing on the side here, which once again is a great representation from the movie. And just overall has a lot of points of articulation, which is perfect. And his fingers can close around the weapons there. And it's in that sand green color there. And just overall, this thing sort of has like a military vibe to it. Now, the base for this set is quite colorful, and there's lots of great part usage. And just the way some of these leaves are flipped upward and there's little stems coming out. Also, these crowns right down here are glow in the dark. So some glow in the dark elements, some rock panels. I really like these like trans green boulder elements being used as plants. It really does a great job of representing Pandora. And then of course there is some studs open right here. At first I was like, what the heck is that for? But you can actually take your AMP suit and place it right there. Sort of tack it down in spot. So his feet will actually adapt right to those studs there, so it's sort of convenient. So if it's on display, he can be standing upright. With that said, you will see some adapters on either side of the environment or landscape. That's because this set can actually connect with the other Avatar sets. Something else I really enjoy about this set is the fact that you can display Neytiri on the Thanator elevated up off the ground, and once again she and the Thanator are locked into position, and it's just held on by a couple studs, so you can easily remove it. And when you do remove it, it still looks really good because it just adapts to one of the plants there. The Thanator is very highly detailed. You can see it actually has 6 legs, which is a little bit different for an animal build. And the headpiece is pretty awesome. It's a large molded piece. That's 2 pieces. So you get the jaw and then the top part of the head there. And that'll sort of snap closed there. And you can see, of course, you can put Neytiri on there as she was riding the Thanator. And actually, the hairpiece offers the connection element. So there are these rubberized sort of cables that come off the back of the head of the Thanator, and they can clip right into the hairpiece of Neytiri for that link. Avatars are bigger than humans, so I'm actually happy that we got the long legs for all of the Avatar minifigures. There's some amazing print detailing on her body and legs and face, and just her hairpiece is unique to accommodate that length. There's also the rubberized tail there. I know the long legs were doubted by a lot of people, but I actually enjoy them on Avatars because it's realistic according to the movie, because they are much taller than humans. So there's the first set. Interesting that we have a military vibe here with Torak in the AMP suit. I like the environment. All the part usage is pretty fabulous, and the way that it can display the Thanator and the Neytiri off the ground is pretty nice. And I love the Avatar minifigures. So off to a good start with the Avatar sets. Next up, we have Jake and Neytiri's first Banshee flight. Started off with our 2 Na'vi minifigures. So we got Jake Sully on the right there in his Avatar form. And then we have Neytiri on the left. I love these minifigures. Okay, the Woody minifigure with the tall legs from back in the day, that didn't deserve tall legs. But these definitely do. They come with their spears, and they've got nice print detailing. And once again, those rubberized tails. So those look awesome, and they can ride the Banshees. This is how this set is designed to be displayed. The Banshees are supposed to be hoisted up off the ground by their environment, which is incredible. Once again, I just love all the colors and part usage. I mean, of course, it could be more elaborate. You could build bigger environments for these, but once you connect them all together, they look pretty awesome and pretty big. There are some trans blue elements there that I've never seen before or don't have any in my part collection. There's also some trans clear ones that you'll see later, but that actually represents a waterfall coming down from the floating mountains. And then, of course, you've got some more water on the base there as well. The Banshees look incredible. I love these large vinyl wings. just all the color combinations and the transparency in some of the areas looks like on point, right? There is some ugly writing on there. They should put that on the underside of the wing maybe, you know, it says 2021, the Lego group, and then up here it says it. Maybe that writing should be concealed underneath the wing. That would be nice, you know, just my point of view. The minifigures do sit on there like that there because they're laying on the Banshees. They're not sitting on the Banshees, right? The Banshees themselves, you know, their bellies are a little bit oddly shaped right there. Maybe there could have been just a bit more texture there for their bellies, but I think they look pretty good. And I love the head elements as well, just custom molded elements for this set here. So they do sit on their environment just by that Technic piece right there. So that will just connect right into that brown element. And what's interesting about it is this one's sort of on that awesome angle and that one's sort of flat. So it's cool how we have, you know, two different angles going with the Banshees. And the wings can of course articulate, so you can put them into a different spot just by moving the connector essentially. And you can see it's the connectors that don't sort of free flow. They sort of lock in two different positions. So it's easy to get your wings to match up in the same position so it looks natural. So I really like that. I think the Banshee builds are good. They look good from all angles, and I love how they're displayed up off the ground. I guess I should have brought my turntable out for this review here, but now I got it. And under the wings, you can see all of the different Technic structures there that support the vinyl wings. We've seen that before with some of the Ninjago dragons. Not really anything new, but I love these wing designs that we get for the Banshees. And another nice thing is the fact that you can actually stow their spears away as they ride. So there we have Jake and Neytiri on their first Banshee flight. Now it's time to move on to the Floating Mountains Site 26 RDA Samson. This set here comes with 5 minifigures. We've got Trudy, Grace, Jake Sully in human form on his wheelchair, Jake Sully as the Na'vi, and then also Norm. The 3 human minifigures come with alternate faces. You can see the gas mask on Jake and also Grace. I like Jake's shirt there. It's actually got the RDA Samson shadow on it. That's cool. Also, look at the print detailing on Grace. It's actually really nice for just a civilian minifigure. That's perfect. I like that. And I really like Norm as well. It's just a different style of avatar. Like, look at the long legs. He's wearing pants. I mean, I don't think that beats, I guess, like classic avatar legs, but hey, it's different. You got tall legs that are just standard. They're pants. In addition to those 5 minifigs, we also get a dire horse. And the dire horse is really neat. Like, that is a nice molded element there. You can see you can fill in this spot here. That's where you can put somebody riding it if you'd like, and it has the links, so you can make a link with a Na'vi and the dire horse. But we see that with horses as well, but it's got 6 legs, right? So that's something new. That's awesome. And here's Jake's wheelchair, which I think is something new. I've never really seen that mold before. Let's start with the RDA Samson. There's the box art, which I was like, whoa, how's that minifig floating there? And I was like, there's no bar or anything for them to grab onto, but there is a little slot on either side that you can slide their hand into, so you can actually pose a minifigure like that. I thought that was really cool. And once again, it has that nice environment on the bottom there with some glow-in-the-dark elements and some nice flora, and then these trans-clear things that allow you to lift this vessel up off the ground. I'm actually so surprised that we got this in Lego. It's got the propellers on either side that can pivot, rotate, and there's 2 propellers per side, which is nice. And then this looks good with the sticker detailing, that nice paint job, and the blue accents. And then inside, of course, you can fit your minifigure in there. And look at that windscreen. That's pretty nice as well. Just overall, it looks like a great ship, and I'm really happy that we got it with this set. It's got some landing gear there, so it sits nicely. That's pretty cool. These things can pivot on the back here, but I think they're supposed to be inward like that there. And these can hinge as well. But overall, a great looking helicopter, or RDA Samson. So there's Jake Sully on the dire horse. Yeah, that's sweet. Then we've got our trailer right here. Grace popping out. Hello. I like the color combination of it. The dark gray, light gray, sand blue. And then the yellow accents as well. It just looks really good. And it's actually a pretty unique build. There's more that went into this than I thought. Like, there's no cheating involved. There's not big panels or anything. There's some nice snot techniques on the side, some nice windows, and just everything is just built You know, better than I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be like some panels and stuff like that, but you can see it's all like built with Lego. There's no cheating whatsoever. You know what I mean by that? Inside, we've got the control computer right there. Nicely tiled off. Some sticker elements there. You can see Jake inside his like linker or whatever. I don't know what you would call that. Like his chamber, his linker. Definitely not the linker, but he's inside making the connection with his avatar in the chamber there. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the Site 26 trailer. So moving on to the next set, we've got Torak, Moktau, and the Tree of Souls. So this one here comes with a couple different minifigures. On the right-hand side, we have Moat, and on the left-hand side, we have Tuste. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. There they are on the box there. So on the left and on the right-hand side. And also Natiri comes with some pretty interesting print detailing. You know what I really like about these sets? It's not like they're repeating the same minifigures over and over again. So if you do end up getting multiple of these sets, like, you know, the ones that we're having a look at today, you're going to get different minifigures, right? Specifically, this Jake Sully minifigure up here is pretty awesome. When he's riding Torak Moktau, it's a special outfit, so it's pretty cool. And this is just a massive Banshee, right? Once again, comes with those vinyl wings. The sticker detailing on the back matches up with those wings there. There are 6 pieces of vinyl on this massive Banshee. And obviously a massive head as well. Oof, this thing is really cool. It's got some points of articulation with the wings and stuff. They can rotate. And just looks really good with the color combinations, the massive feet, some of the plate work and connector work, and snot work done on these things is pretty awesome. And of course, you can see Jake riding it there with his neural connection. Yeah, and look at the tail feathers for coming off the back pieces of vinyl there. And what's really cool about it is it can stand on its own. And also you can display it on the environment as well. And don't forget, you can fly this one around the city. Woo, no problem. It's got good swooshability. It displays just like that there. And like I was saying, the wings can articulate. They can sort of flap with those ratchet joints. The back ones can move as well. And then the legs can move as well. Just like that. They sort of click into different positions. Got these 2 components here so they can sort of hinge, and you can put them on either side because they have those connecting elements. Once again, lots of these palm leaves in the unique colors, flip the opposite direction, some glow-in-the-dark elements. And these are those like connecting rocks that you see just outside the Tree of Souls, which the set obviously comes with as well. It's got some rocks up here. I'm not sure if those are supposed to be like floating rocks or if that's, you know, standing in the position over the Tree of Souls, if that's just sort of representing, you know, higher ground. It looks sort of odd though, you know what I mean? I'd almost rather those not be there and it just sort of be flying. But what's really neat about it is this really does establish size. You see the Tree of Souls, the size of it, and then you see the size of Torak Moktau and how tall it is compared to the Tree of Souls. Tree of Souls was a masterpiece to build. Starting at the base there, it's got a unique angle, all these sort of vines creeping around the bottom of it there in those unique colors, and then all of these trans pink antennas and bars and the lavender colored limbs with like the whips coming down that host more of these antennas. It looks really good. It is rather repetitive to build all these. Like you had to build, I think, 3 of the center one and then 9 of the ones going around. So this was rather repetitive, but it wasn't overly difficult and didn't take too long to build. Another thing to note about these sets is each one comes with multiple instruction manuals, sort of breaking it down by component. So it's a good build to do with a partner. And also, once again, they do connect. So there's all 4 of the Lego Avatar sets that we're going to be having a look at today. My general consensus is that these sets are pretty cool. They come with pretty awesome minifigures and have a lot of colorful elements that come together to create some interesting landscapes. I do think that they're a bit scattered for me. You know, like I like sets that go together well, but I really enjoy the fact that they can display nicely. I like how the elements can be lifted up off of their environment. But when you get a bunch of them together, it looks sort of strange the way it just sort of curves around there. Of course, you could build a display for it. You could like render your own landscape if you wanted, sort of combine them onto one big plate maybe. Or, of course, you could just put them on a shelf so that they look better than they look right now on my table, I guess. I mean, we get some military stuff in here, which is pretty interesting. It's always a pleasure when LEGO does stuff like that. It's like, I thought you guys didn't do things like that, but I guess if it has a license behind it, then they have no problem doing that. And the Tree of Souls is a great set there. I like the trailer, the tree, the large Banshees, Torak Tau, the minifigures that you get. I don't know, I think these sets have got a lot going on for them, but I am also a huge fan of Avatar. Can't wait for the new movie to come out. Let us know what you think of these sets by comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.